Hello everyone, I'm E from Susan's family. Today, I'll show you a butterfly claw hair clip from the Forest series. This hair clip consists of the front wings of the butterfly, the back wings, decorations, accessory attachment and assembly. We will crochet and attach it from top to bottom. First, let's learn the front wings. It is divided into the main part and the edge. The entire piece starts with a foundation chain. Work back and forth. You need to crochet 2 identical pieces. The edge is divided into the left and right side. Both are crocheted on the main part. Several stitches will be used for the front wings. They are all marked in the chart. I won't explain them one by one. Now, please watch me demonstrate. To make it easier to see, the yarn colors are random here. For specific yarn, color schemes, and hook sizes, please refer to the detail page and the chart. Note that due to the special nature of the yarn, the color at the starting position may differ, resulting in different effects in the finished product. You can refer to the finished product or follow your preference, choosing the corresponding color section to start. This yarn is not easy to undo, so learn the method first. Then proceed with crocheting. You can also use other yarn to practice first, and then use the corresponding yarn to crochet. Use a foundation chain to start. Chain 2. The foundation chain is completed. Next, work the first row. Dow 2 means starting from the second chain from the hook. Count back from the hook. 1, 2. This is the second chain from the hook. The right side of a chain looks like a V-shaped braid. Pick up the top loop of the braid. Make it SC2 in 1. This completes the first row. Treat the right side of the first row as the right side of the entire piece. Next, crochet the second row. First, make 1 turning chain. Then, turn the piece. Work 1 single crochet. Note that when working back and forth, the stitches are on the upper left. On the left side, make it SC2 in 1. This completes the second row. Now, crochet the third row. First, make 1 turning chain. For each subsequent row, work 1 turning chain to start. Turn the piece. Crochet 1 SC2 in 1. Then crochet 1 single crochet. Finally, crochet 1 SC2 in 1. The third row is completed. Continue with the fourth row. The number before X indicates to work the number of single crochets. Here, it means to work 4 single crochets. Finally, crochet 1 SC2 in 1. Now, let me show you how to count rows. Odd numbered rows have a right side texture. It's a series of V-shapes. Even numbered rows have the wrong side texture. There is a thread running across the top. Count the rows by alternating between the right and wrong sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the method for counting rows. When crocheting back and forth, this completes the 4th row. From the 5th row to the 7th row, the method is similar to the previous rows. Just the stitch count varies. The 8th row is crocheted evenly. That means working 1 single crochet into each stitch. The method is simple. Refer to the chart to complete the 8th row. Note to check the number of stitches after completing each row. The small sample has already completed the first 8 rows. Next, let's crochet the 9th row. Make 1 turning chain. Crochet 1 slip stitch first. There's no need to tighten the slip stitch. Then work 9 single crochets evenly. Finally, crochet 1 SC2 in 1. This completes the 9th row. Continue to crochet the 10th row. First, crochet 10 single crochets evenly. Then crochet 1 SC2 in 1. K indicates skipping. That means skip 1 stitch. This completes the 10th row. For the 11th row to the 12th row, refer to the chart to crochet. Continue working until the last slip stitch of the 12th row. The small sample has reached the corresponding position. After completing the slip stitch, chain 1. Then pull out the yarn tail. Cut the yarn. And pull tight. This completes the 12th row. Next, crochet the 13th row. First, turn the piece. And join the yarn in the 4th stitch from the end of the 12th row. place the yarn tail behind the piece. Draw the yarn through. Then crochet 1 chain. Pull tight. This completes the joining. You can refer to this method for future joinings. Below, you'll encounter X2T. The square brackets indicate crocheting in the same stitch. First, crochet 1 single crochet, place the yarn tail on the hook. Weave the yarn tail as you crochet. Then crochet 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. This completes the square brackets. You can see that this creates an arc. Next, crochet 8 single crochets evenly. Row 13 is completed. For row 14 and row 15, refer to the chart to complete. Note that row 14 has K3. Here, the number means to skip corresponding stitches. I have already completed row 15. Now, let's start row 16. Here we encounter a new stitch. A indicates a SC2 tog. Insert the hook into the left stitch. Wrap the yarn and pull through. This is an unclosed single crochet. Next, insert into the adjacent stitch. Wrap the yarn and pull through. Complete 2 unclosed single crochets. At this point, there are 3 loops on the hook. Pull through all 3 loops at once. Draw the yarn through. A SC2 tog is completed. Then, follow the chart to complete this row. The remaining rows are simple. Pay attention to the joining position on row 17, after turning the work. It is on the 3rd stitch from the end of row 16. Then continue crocheting. Follow the chart to complete it. This completes the explanation of the main part of the front wing. Next, we will learn the left edge. For both the left and right edges, start by crocheting back and forth on the main part. On the last round, insert wire and crochet in rounds. This involves new stitches, DC 2 in 1 and SC 3 in 1. Now, please watch me demonstrate. First, crochet the first row. Take out the corresponding yarn. Then take out one piece of the front wing main part. Place the wrong side of the last row facing you. At the last row of the main part, join the yarn on the first chain from the right. Pick up the 2 strands from the back. Then crochet 2ch, SL, X5. The parentheses here indicate a group. The number behind indicates to work the number of groups. Chain 2. You can see that there are 5 arcs on the main part. On the left side, work 1 slip stitch. At the intersection of the first and second arcs, pick 1 strand from the back to crochet. This completes the parentheses once. Then chain 2. At the intersection of the second and third arcs, work 1 slip stitch. Pick 1 strand from the back to crochet. This completes the parentheses for the second time. Next, chain 2 first. Work 1 slip stitch at the intersection of the next arc. Note the slip stitch in the last group. It should be worked into the chain from row 9. Complete the remaining 3 times using the same method. This completes the first row. Move on to the second row. Start with 1 turning chain. Then, crochet 3 single crochets in the left chain space. After completing, crochet 3 single crochets in each of the remaining 4 chain spaces. Weave the yarn tail as you crochet. This completes the second row. The third and fourth rows are simple. Work until the DC 2 in 1 in the fourth row. The small sample has reached the position. DC 2 in 1 means working 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Finally, complete the square brackets. This completes the fourth row. Now, start the fifth round. Make 1 beginning chain. Turn the piece. Then cut a piece of wire about 50 centimeters long. Reserve half of the wire. Place the wire behind the main part. Wrap the wire as you crochet. Then, crochet 1 single crochet in the left chain space. Place the wire on the hook and crochet together. Then, pick up 2 strands on the left and crochet 1 SC2 in 1. Next, you'll encounter the SC3 in 1. This means crocheting 3 single crochets in the same stitch. On the left double crochet, work 1 SC3 in 1. After that, crochet 1 SC2 in 1 on the left double crochet. Then, crochet 3 single crochets evenly. Then, crochet 1 slip stitch. One single crochet. One SC2 in 1. One single crochet. One slip stitch. Then crochet 3 single crochets correspondingly. Next, in the first single crochet of the fourth row, crochet 1 SC3 in 1. Then, crochet 4 single crochets for each row's edge on the left. Next, work a single crochet for each row's edge. From the left side of the main part for 8 rows. At the starting point of the main part, crochet 1 SC3 in 1. After completing, bend the reserved wire up. Cross it with the wrapped wire. Work single crochets along the edge of the left side of the main part. Here, you can crochet the crossing point together. Crochet a total of 3 single crochets for wrapping. Weave the yarn tail from the foundation chain while crocheting. Then bend both ends of the wire downward. Then wrap and continue working single crochets on the left side. Next, work 1 single crochet at the joining position of the first row. Work 1 single crochet at the entry position of the left single crochet. Finally, work 1 single crochet at the edge of the row. After completing, stretch the loop. Leave 5 cm yarn tail and cut the yarn. Then proceed to fasten off. Insert the hook into the first single crochet on the left. Draw the yarn through. Then return to the middle of the last single crochet. Draw the yarn through. This completes the fasten off. Finally, weave in ends on the wrong side following the texture. Adjust the shape. This completes one left front wing. The right side of the front wing is symmetrical to the left side. For the right side of the front wing, with the main part's right side facing you, join the yarn behind the 9th row of chains. The first row of slip stitches is worked into the boundary of 5 arcs. Pick up one strand from the wrong side. Row 2 to 4 are crocheted in the same way as the left side. The only difference is the stitches used. The 5th round on the right side also needs to wrap the wire on the left side of the piece. When there are 4 stitches remaining, cross the wire. Then, after 3 stitches, bend the wire downward and continue wrapping and crocheting. Follow this method and crochet the right edge according to the chart. This completes the explanation for the front wing. Next, let's learn the back wing. The back wing also consists of the main part and the edge. The main part starts with a foundation chain. Work back and forth. The back wing is also divided into the left side and the right side. Similarly, crochet on the completed main part. Back wing's main part. The method is the same as the front wing's main part. Just the number of stitches and the number of rows vary. The main part of the back wing does not require cutting the yarn. Crochet 2 main parts in total. Complete this by following the chart. This is the back wing's main part looks like. The explanation for the back wing's main part is now finished. Next, crochet the edges of the back wing. For the left side and the right side edges, start by crocheting back and forth on the main part. Add wire and crochet in rounds during the last round. First, learn the left side edge. The new stitch is HDC 2-in-1. Now, let me demonstrate. Take out the corresponding yarn. Position the back wing's main part with the right side towards you. On the 8th row of the back wing's main part, on the right side. Pick up the edge. Join the yarn with these 2 strands. Then work 2 chains. Next, on the left stitch of the 9th row. Pick up one strand and make one slip stitch. This completes one group. You need to crochet 4 groups. These 4 slip stitches need to be evenly spaced. Pick up one strand from the 9th row to crochet. Make the final slip stitch into the edge of the 9th row. Complete the remaining 3 groups. The method for the next 2nd to 6th rows is the same as the front wing edge. It just has different stitch and row counts. The 6th row includes the HDC 2-in-1. This means working 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. Refer to the chart to the position of the HDC 2-in-1. The small sample has reached the corresponding position. First, work 1 half double crochet. Then work another half double crochet in the same stitch. This completes the HDC 2-in-1. Continue referring to the chart to complete this row. This completes the 6th row. Now, start crocheting the 7th round. This round needs to wrap the wire. Crochet in rounds counterclockwise. The method is the same as the front wing edge. The crossing part of the wire is at the edge of the back wing's main part. That is, at this position. After working 3 single crochets, bend the wire downward. Continue crocheting around the right side of the wire. Finally, fasten off on the first stitch. Weave in ends along the wrong side's texture. Adjust the shape. This completes the left side edge. Now, start learning the right side edge. Take out the corresponding yarn. Then take out the other back wing's main part. Place the wrong side of row 12 facing you. Join the yarn from the right side of row 9. Pick up these 2 strands from the wrong side. Then chain 2. Next, on the left stitch from the 9th row, pick up 1 strand and work a slip stitch. This completes 1 group. You need to crochet a total of 4 groups. This also needs to be crocheted evenly into 1 strand of the 9th row on the wrong side. Finish the remaining 3 groups. Row 2 to 6 are relatively simple. Just crochet following the chart. The 7th round requires wrapping wire. Crochet in rounds counterclockwise. The method is the same as the left side. The crossing part of the wire is on the edge of the other side of the back wing's main part. This is the position. After crocheting 3 single crochets, bend both ends of the wire downward. Continue wrapping and crocheting the right side of the wire. Finally, fasten off on the first stitch. Weave in ends along the texture on the wrong side. Adjust the shape. This completes the right edge. The back wing is now completed. Next, let's learn the decorations. They are divided into the upper and lower sections. 2 pieces need to be crocheted for each section. Both use a foundation chain to start. Work back and forth. Now, let's demonstrate the upper section as an example. Crochet the lower section after learning and referring to the chart. Now, let me demonstrate. Take out the corresponding yarn. First, make a foundation chain to start. Once completed, start the first row. First, return to the second stitch from the hook. Here, you need to work into the back bump of the chain. That is, the one strand on the wrong side. Make it SC2 in 1. One single crochet. Finally, make it SC2 in 1. For the first row of both the upper and lower sections. Work into the back bump of the chain. For the remaining rows, refer to the chart. Once completed, weave in ends. This completes the decorations. Next, we will attach the accessories. This includes line embroidery, sequins, small purls, glued decorations, round sequins, and water drop beads. Now, let's show the method. First, learn the line embroidery. The lines are embroidered on the front and back wings as well as the decorations. The method is the same. The only difference is the strand used. Now, let me demonstrate. We will use the front wing for this small sample demonstration. First, draw the lines on the piece using a water-soluble pen. You can refer to the finished product, or according to your own preference. If there are any mistakes, you can wipe them off with a wet tissue and redraw. After drawing, cut a 50 centimeters yarn. Then, separate the strands. Hold one end of the yarn lightly with your left hand, and rub it apart with your right hand. You can see there are 4 strands. Then remove 2 strands. Remove 1 strand at a time. Then draw the 2 strands into the sewing needle. First, insert them from the wrong side of the piece. Tie a knot. Then come out from the front side. Then embroider along the drawn line. Each stitch should be about 2 rows long. You can also adjust according to your preference. Then exit from the back. Insert into the middle of the first stitch. Then pass through the center of the piece. When you reach the edge of the main part, directly insert into the wrong side of the edge. Pass the strand through the stitches on the wrong side. Weave a few stitches. Then come out from one end of the next line. Continue embroidering. When you reach an arc, directly insert the strand. When you encounter sections where lines do not intersect, weave the strand a few stitches on the wrong side. Then come out from the end of the next line. After finishing the last line, tie off the strand on the wrong side. Then weave the end. Follow this method to embroider all the pieces. The decorative lines are done on the upper and lower sections. One piece is embroidered on the right side, and one piece is embroidered on the wrong side. Cut the corresponding yarn directly. No need to separate strands. After drawing the lines, embroider following the method used for the front wing. Since the decoration is small, each stitch should cover just one row. Complete this on your own. After completing, wet and wash to remove the water-soluble pen marks. This completes the explanation of the lines. Next, attach the sequin beads. The sequin beads need to be attached at the top of the front wing. Attach one group on each side. Now, let me demonstrate. First, take out the flower sequins and the small pearls. Next, cut a 20 cm strand of yarn. Remove one strand. Strand the needle. Insert the needle from the wrong side, at the top of the front wing. Tie off with the piece. Then come out on the right side. First, insert one flower sequin from the bottom up. Then insert one small pearl. Draw the strand from the center of the flower sequin to the wrong side. This completes one sequin bead. Next, draw back to the right side at a suitable position. Install another sequin bead. After completing, install the last sequin bead. Then tie a knot on the wrong side. Weave in the ends. Cut the yarn. This completes one group. Follow this method. Attach the sequin beads on the other side. This completes the explanation of the sequin beads. Next, attach the small pearls. The small pearls are attached on the sides of the front wings. Attach one group on each side. Now, let me demonstrate. Continue to remove one strand. Strand the needle. Find the lower end position of the front wing. Insert from the back. Tie a knot with the piece. Then come out between the single crochets on the edge of the front wing. Next, insert a small pearl. Then go through to the wrong side between the stitches. This secures one small pearl. Then come out again at an appropriate stitch. Insert another small pearl. The small pearls are secured between the single crochets like this. After the last small pearl is completed, tie off at the wrong side. Then weave in the ends. Cut the yarn. This completes one group of small pearls. For the remaining group, follow the same method. This concludes the explanation for the small pearls. Now proceed with attaching the decorations. The decorations include marquise stones and half beads. The marquise stones are glued at the junction of the main part and the edge of the front wing. The half beads are glued at the junction of the main part and the edge of the back wing. Now, let me demonstrate. First, glue on the marquise stones. Take the glue. Apply a dot on the smooth side of the marquise stone. Then glue it onto the junction of the front wing's main part and the edge. The pointed side of the marquise stone should be flush against the curved boundary of the main part. This completes one marquise stone. The remaining marquise stones are also glued onto the front wing in the same way. Complete this on your own. This concludes the explanation for the marquise stones. Next, glue on the half pearls. Glue one larger half pearl onto the main part of the back wing, at the top above the curved edge. Then glue a smaller half pearl above the larger half pearl. The half pearl on the other side is also glued on in the same way. This completes the explanation for attaching the decorations. Now, attach the circular sequins. The circular sequins are sewn onto the lower end of the back wing's edge. Now, let me demonstrate. Take out the sequins. Take one strand of yarn. Strand the needle. Then find the edge of the back wing. Locate the lower end position. Insert from the wrong side. Tie a knot with the piece. Then bring it to the right side. Then insert one circular sequin. Then go from the right to the wrong side. One circular sequin is sewn on. Next, sew the remaining circular sequins. The number and position of the sequins can be sewn according to your preference. Sew the circular sequins on the remaining side using the same method. That completes the explanation for the circular sequins. Next, attach the water drop beads. The water drop beads are attached to the lower end of the back wing, in the middle of the single crochets. Now, let me demonstrate. Take out the closed jump ring and the water drop bead. First, use the needle nose pliers to open the closed jump ring. Then insert one water drop bead. Next, attach the closed jump ring to the bottom of the back wings. Single crochet back loop, which is onto the strand that is farther away from you. Then close the opening of the jump ring. This completes one water drop bead. The remaining water drop beads should be attached in the same way. The number and position can also be adjusted according to your preference. This completes the explanation of the water drop beads. The attachment of accessories is now fully explained. Next, we will assemble. This involves assembling the front and back wings, as well as assembling the decorations. Now, let me demonstrate. First, assemble the front and back wings. Start by sewing the front and back wings on the same side using the overcast stitch. Cut a piece of 30 centimeters yarn. Strand it into the sewing needle. Then insert it into the back loop of the single crochet at the edge of the back wing. Weave the yarn tail for a few stitches. Then tie a knot. Align the foundation chain of both main parts. Exit from the back loop of the first single crochet on the right side. Then insert into the back loop of the single crochet on the front wing. Exit from the back loop of the back wing. This sews the two stitches together. Continue to insert into the back loop of the next stitch on the front wing. Exit from the back loop of the back wing. Continue sewing. Sew 5 stitches. Finally, weave the yarn on the wrong side of the front wing. Cut the yarn. The front wing and back wing are now sewn together. Next, attach the front and back wings. Take out the clip. Wrap the wires of the front and back wings around the clip. First, wrap the wire of the front wing above the clip. Once the position is set, begin wrapping. Cross the wires. Then wrap back and forth to secure. Next, wrap the wire of the back wing below the clip. Similarly, set the position, cross and wrap. After securing one side, cut a 1-meter yarn. Secure one end to the wire first. Then wrap the yarn tail. Hide the wire. Apply glue while wrapping. Secure the other side to the clip using the same method. The assembly of the front and back wings is now complete. Next, attach the decorations. Cut a 1-meter yarn. Secure one end to the circular ring of the clip. Apply glue. Wrap the yarn around the circular ring of the clip. After wrapping, apply glue to the upper section of the decoration. Attach it above the ring. Apply glue to the lower section of the decoration as well, and attach it below the ring. Attach the right side ring using the same method. Finally, adjust the position of the butterfly wings. The decoration is now complete. Up to this point, the method for this butterfly hair clip is now explained. If you have any questions during the process, don't hesitate to reach us via our customer service, Susan's Family, supporting your handwork experience, enjoying the joy of life. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.